Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Jamie Carragher says that Cristiano Ronaldo is causing more problems than good at Manchester United and they should let him go this summer and never should have brought him back in the first place. Now look, I'm not going to go off on one. I think some people would. They'd go Carragher, Liverpool Pratt and all this. I actually don't mind Carragher. I think he's actually, quite listenable to. But like any ex-player, like any fan, they have good and bad takes. We all do. And I think that this is a particularly bad take if you don't understand the depths of Manchester United. Stick to Liverpool is what I would say to Carragher, because that's a club that you're going to know the inner workings of. I think it's great when people look at another club. I look at Arsenal, I think they're doing quite well, and some fans think they're not doing quite well. And sometimes you can see a problem when you're not a fan of a club. But I think on this problem, Carragher's wrong. Basically what he's saying is that Ronaldo's still a top player, but United were scoring goals without Ronaldo and they're a worse team with him and it's caused more problems. Technically he's right, but I think factually he's wrong, because the reality is the problems that Ronaldo has created at Manchester United are the problems that everybody knew would be created. We knew that bringing Cristiano Ronaldo into that team, who, let me just remind you, multiple Ballon d'Or winner, multiple Champions League winner, multiple league title winner, one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. You drop him into Manchester United, he's not going to sit there with his arm around Harry Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Luke Shaw and go, we're doing good, we're doing big things here, we're doing good work here, fighting for fourth every year and winning nothing. He's going to come in and go, I'm not retiring at a club that's winning nothing. I believe we can win things. And he's gone into that dressing room and basically he's mixed it up, hasn't he? To be absolutely blunt, he's messed it up, because he's gone in there with standards that those players don't have. And some of those players will want to respond to it, but some of them won't want to respond to it. And therefore you end up with dressing room leaks, unrest, unhappiness, because that's what that club needs. From top to bottom. If you go with what Carragher wants to do, if you say get rid of Ronaldo because he's causing more problems, of course ex-Liverpool player Jamie Carragher would like us not to have Cristiano Ronaldo and go back to where we were last season. He says United can score goals without Ronaldo, that's been proven, and what's Ronaldo done to that team? Has he made it better or has he made it worse? But, to make it, I said it yesterday, to make an omelette you've got to crack a few eggs. Ronaldo was never going to come into that club and be, yes, we're title contenders like Liverpool, who are a well-run club from top to bottom with a top-class manager, an amazing array of top-class players and a brilliant recruitment team who bring top-class players in and make them world-class. United don't have any of those four components, let alone two. So Ronaldo dropping in, he's not going to make the club well run, he's not going to make the recruitment great, he's not going to make the manager world class, and he's not going to make the squad world class, is he? So Ronaldo drops in, it's still the same team, but ultimately you drop a player in there that's probably got a mentality of a Liverpool or a Man City, or a bigger mentality than that Ronaldo. He comes in and goes, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right. Everyone's not going to go, he's right, let's spend more money, let's sack that person, let's sell that person. Ronaldo's come in and people have gone, oh my God, this is upset us. And what Carragher's basically saying is Ronaldo needs to leave because he's created problems in that team that they didn't have last year. If Ronaldo leaves, we go back to last year, where we're not good enough to be in a title race, where we're not good enough to win trophies. And that, we can go back to last year, but that's not an improvement. And I think what Carragher's saying is that United were better off without Ronaldo. For me and many other United fans, that's not the case. What's happening at United is the civil war that we needed, where a player like Ronaldo comes in, some players get on board, some people don't, and basically you get a dressing room that's divided, and now you look to the club to go, right, the change has been made in the dressing room. Do we remove Ronaldo and go back to the mediocre crap we had before, or do we back the Ronaldo and remove the people who don't want to get on board? And that, to me, is the story that Carragher's going with, that United need to remove Ronaldo and go back to where they were last year. Nowhere near Liverpool, nowhere near Man City. There is a chance for United here to build on the disruption that the Ronaldo signing and the Rangnick appointment has brought in. For me, Rangnick should go upstairs, you bring a Ten Hag underneath, you keep Cristiano Ronaldo there, and you build on the mentality that Ronaldo and those players in that dressing room want to build. Or you get rid of Ten Hag, you bring Poch in, you get rid of Ronaldo, you bring Harry Kane in, you bring Declan Rice in, you build more of an English clique in the dressing room, and you basically continue to be a team that fights for fourth. Because Harry Kane's a good player, Declan Rice is a good player, but you're definitely going to be backing the Maguire captaincy and the players that like that side of it. For me, there's a massive split in the United dressing room, and therefore there should be in the club, and maybe there is in the fan base. There's the Ronaldo way, which is about this is not acceptable, and to be a winner, there's a lot of change needed, who's on board. Or there's the current way, which we've had for the last 3 years, which is, yeah, every now and again we can win games. Yeah, on our day we can beat Man City, but we're never going to win a title. We're never going to win a Champions League. We're never going to win a trophy, and we're always going to be fighting for fourth. That's basically what Carragher's saying we should do. Now, is that because he's an ex-Liverpool player, or is that because he just isn't in the depths of what it's like to be a United fan, where everything goes to the head of the club and drops down? Now, I think it's very interesting because I think, you know, the club may end up losing Ronaldo in the summer, and I think if we don't get top four, we will do. But I think that'll be even worse for the club. I feel that Ronaldo symbolises the change that we needed. And I remember when Ronaldo was bought and I was doing the United stand, and a lot of fans were going, this is the man we need in that dressing room, because we've had Ollie and his mates for the last 3 years, and, you know, we lose a semi-final or we lose a final and it's like, oh, we were so close, we did so well. You bring a Ronaldo in and you basically get a football fan, you get a United fan in the dressing room, because we're not the same, but his mentality is the same as the fans. United should be winning Premier Leagues. United should be winning Champions Leagues. United should be one of the best teams in the world. And that's what Ronaldo wants. And therefore, you planted a fan in the dressing room effectively. And lo and behold, it's caused a lot of issues. But we should not pretend that Ronaldo coming to the club has created negative issues. There is negativity there, but he's doing it from a positive stance if he wants to build the club to where it should be. Not because he's wearing Man United pyjamas at home. I'm not saying it's because he's a super fan of Man United. Whether he is or he isn't is redundant. The reality is he's an obsessive winner, and it's about what he can achieve. And for him to achieve, the team that he's playing for must be good enough. So therefore, he's in that dressing room urging, demanding that this team does better. And those players that don't want to go along with it, well, they're the problem. But what happens if we do finish fifth? Ronaldo goes, right, I want out of here. The mentality's all wrong. Carragher gets his way. You know, half the dressing room get their way. Ronaldo disappears to a club where he thinks he can win things like PSG. And United are left with the players that didn't want to get on board with that winning mentality in the first place. How can that be good for Manchester United? So whilst I understand technically what Jamie Carragher is saying, that, you know, United, by bringing Ronaldo in, have created more problems than they had last season. Yeah, they have created more problems than they had last season, because to build and fix something, you've got to knock it down. You know, the foundations are wrong. We had to knock it down, and I think Ronaldo came in and has knocked it all down. And yeah, we're starting from ground zero, definitely, but you've got to build on that. And I think if we don't build on that, we'll just build the same model we had last year, where, yeah, we can score goals and we can win games, but we won't win titles. So totally disagree with him on it. Don't know what your thoughts are, but for me as a United fan, maybe you don't see this from the outside, but for me as a United fan, yeah, we're in a mess. Yeah, we've had a bad season, but I think we needed it because we've got players in that club, we've got staff in that club, we've got board members in that club, and we've got owners in that club that have basically inflicted sabotage on this club over the last 10 years. And to rebuild it, you're going to have disruption. We're going to have fallings out, because ultimately that's how you improve. Anyway, smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Get your comments in below. What are your thoughts? I'll be checking them out soon. Thanks for watching.